B.O. Semikajane, we would go to State House as a interfaith group to discuss with the presidency and to pray for the nation and to raise one or two issues here and there. So these are things that as part and parcel of the way we do things that is indeed, whether we are aware of it or not, helps to deepen this long established, way of doing things in the Gambia.
Your Grace, the festivity marking Christmas and that of New Year's Eve, I don't know, it's more grandiose when they talk about New Year's Eve than Christmas Eve. People tend to be more celebratory on New Year's Eve. Does that also take place within the church? I mean, when you do your Mass on Christmas Eve and the one on New Year's Eve, which is giving more prominence?
Well, that's a good question. Well, we somehow, again, even among the Christian community, we have, in a very nice way, agreed, you will do this, I will do that. The Anglicans, for example, we only do midnight Mass, Christmas midnight Mass. We do not do
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve watch night.
Okay.
And the Methodists do that. So there's a tendency for the Methodists to join us
on
for
Christmas Eve,
and we join them. That is an unwritten law. But again, it goes to show how we are willing and ready to consider each other as neighbors, and we work together. That is it. That is basically. But I didn't realize that I thought Christmas was more humba, as we say locally, than what you are a journalist. You know better than
Your Grace, finally, let me ask you, what will be your message to the Anglican community and to the Gambia at large on this Christmas and the coming of the end of the year?
Well, it's quite a challenge to repackage the Christmas message every year. And I've been doing it for the last 25 years. It's quite a challenge. So, but again, I do ask God for inspiration. And this year, I will be speaking to singles, those who've chosen the single life, reminding them that Jesus Christ, whose birth we celebrate, led a single life. And to consider people in our community who may not be married for one reason or the other, and to consider them as truly part and parcel of our community. That will be the message for this Christmas.
Your Grace, it's been a pleasure to have you on the interview. Let me take the opportunity once again to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and a long life as well.
Al-Haj Malik, I thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. This has been the interview, and my guest has been His Eminence, the Primate and Archbishop of the Church of West Africa for the Anglican Mission, Anglican community, the Right Reverend Solomon Tilewe Johnson. Do join me, Malik Jones, next week for another edition of the interview.
Baran.
Anjarama.
Abaraka.
Thank you.
Noari.
Merci beaucoup.
Jokonjal.
Emite Kati.
QCell would like to thank our many customers for choosing the Gambia's quality network. Now, anytime you use your QCell line for calls, text or internet, you will automatically earn points for great items and goods such as mobile phones, umbrellas, hats, t-shirts, buckets, pans, kettles, cups, and much, much more.
To check your loyalty points, dial *445#.
QCell's Hero Loyalty Program is not a competition. The more you use your QCell line, the more points you earn and the more gifts you can get. QCell's Hero Loyalty Program is just our way of saying thank you to our customers. QCell, soon your boss, the Gambia's quality network.
Welcome to the Q Time Show. I'm Momodu Sanujalo. This is where we discuss QCell, QuantumNet Institute of Technology, Samsung, and Espas Motors. On tonight's show, we'll be looking at a very wonderful service that QCell introduced back in 2009. It's called the Q Alert service. What is the Q Alert service? It helps you keep track of all your calls. I mean, all your missed calls. As the name goes, missed call alert service. So what happens? How does it work? I mean, how does it let me know that I've got a call from someone or so? This is what happens. If a person calls you and they cannot reach you for any reason, or your phone has been switched off, you receive a text message telling you that the person was trying to call you. For example, if you have a friend called Philip and he calls you while you were talking to Modu Juf, maybe your phone was not set on call waiting. Basically, because he called and could not get in, you receive a text message instantly letting you know that Philip was calling you. And this also happens, for example, when your phone has been switched off. If your phone is switched off, don't worry, because whenever somebody calls, as soon as you switch back on the phone, you receive text messages telling you that so and so have called you. Like, you receive a message from Philip, you've received a message from Modu Juve, and this is how many times Modu Juve has been calling you, this is how many times Philip has been calling you, this is the actual time that Philip was calling you, this is the actual time that Modu Juve was calling you. So you can see it makes life a lot easy on how to, when it comes to keeping track of people that are calling you, especially for those of us that have important calls. Let's say you're running out low on battery, but you're expecting an important call and so on. Whenever you switch it back on, whenever you switch your phone back on, you'll get to know who called you within that space of time. And this is something that could happen. You can get these text messages for calls for the past 48 hours. It's that wonderful. So even if you've been out of town for, say, 2 days, or you're here for some reason, you cannot use your phone for a period of 2 days, say it has issues, whenever you switch it, whenever your phone is back on and you switch it on again, you receive text messages telling you who's been calling you, what time they've been calling you, and how many times they have called you. And it's very easy for you to use this service. You can simply subscribe to it. All you have to do is type MCA, leave a space, then type R and send it to 144. MCA space R and send it to 144. You'll be subscribed for the whole month for just $10 with this wonderful service. Of course, what we'll do is we'll take a short break right now, but we'll be back soon with more on the MCA.
QCell's Q Football is the easiest way to get up-to-the-minute updates of your favorite football team in league or cup competitions. Q Football automatically sends real-time information on goals and results and much more to your mobile wherever you are. Just send your team's name by SMS to 411 and get live updates on goals and scores for only $1. Send your team's name to 511 to get 1 month's worth of Q Football updates for only $10. Q Football. Follow your heroes. For more information, call 111. QCell, Senior Boss, the Gambia's Quality Network.
Assalamu alaikum. Ñu ngi leen di dalalaat fii nii ci Q Time show bi fii lañ dee waxtaanee QCell, QuantumNet Institute of Technology, muy school bi, Samsung and Espas Motors. Tey nag ñu fas yéene waxtaanee service boo xam ne QCell mu ngi ko fi assist since 2009 buñ commencé liggéey mu doon service bu am solo te ñu bëgg ko beesalaat rek pour nit ñi gën koo xam, ñu gën koo mën a jëfandikoo ndaxte dafa important, dafa gën a yombal jokkoo bi si diggante nit ñi. Moom nag mooy Q Alert service wala missed call alert service bi leen QCell andil. Moom nag lu mooy def mooy ne bu fekkente ne yow for any reason nit ki mu ngi try pour call la mënut laa jot, wala boog sa phone baa ngi fayoon sax nit ki try call la mënut laa jot, saa yoo ko taalatee di nga jot ay message yu laa wax ne kii nii